What's up, guys? So, as you may have noticed, I've missed a couple of days, and I've made another video besides this one to sort of make up for that, but as I said in that video, I've lost the sort of motivation to sit down and actually make videos. But it's not so much only having lost motivation, it's also other things have come up that I now have to kind of do, which takes time away from being able to sit down and make videos. And so, as I sort of predicted, videos are the things that have just kind of fallen away a little bit. Some of these things include, I was recently promoted, I guess, of sorts at work. I'm now on the part-time roster instead of as a casual, so I have a guaranteed number of hours each week, and that can go from anywhere between 10 and 36. So some weeks I could technically be working like a full-time roster almost, and other weeks I'll have maybe 2 shifts and that'll be it. It's really sort of up in the air. I don't know what's going to happen, but I have a fair idea that I'm going to at least have 10 hours each week. So there's that. There's also it's now spring, and it has been for quite a few weeks now. So obviously I'm getting back into doing some exercise, trying to get back into doing that. I haven't been for a bike ride in I don't know how long, and it's now become swooping season, so I have to be very careful about where I'm riding so that I don't get swooped, because there's nothing I hate more than a magpie or a plover just dive bombing me. It's not as fun as it sounds, so I'd like to avoid that if I can. So there's that, and then there's also what was I going to say? Had a thought and it's gone now. There's one other thing. I know there's something else to come up, and I can't remember what it is now. But yeah, there's been a couple of things that have meant that I can't make videos. Anyway, this video, now that I've spent all that time blabbering about that, this video is about what I do before bed, as you can tell from the title, and I apologise that it's taken me nearly 4 minutes to get into that. But before bed, I usually I try to have a shower in the morning. Obviously there are some days where it's like I start work at 5 in the morning, and on those days I'll have a shower when I get home, kind of thing. But I usually try to have a shower sort of in the morning. So at night time, I will, after dinner until I actually fall asleep, is the stretch of time that I'm going to cover, and that's a few hours. So after dinner, I either do the dishes like I'm supposed to, on my one night that I actually have to do dishes. It's fantastic. So I'll either do the dishes on that night, or, as is usually the case, I'll come in here, and I will do things like make my YouTube videos normally. That's normally when I make videos, or I'll message people on Facebook, or I'll write some story, which I've now just reminded myself needs a new part tomorrow. But yeah, so there's those couple of things that I can kind of do, and then at about 8 to 9, I'll go back out and I'll make myself a cup of tea. I haven't tonight, I kind of messed up and I didn't, but I'll usually make myself a cup of tea in this mug, and it'll be one of these tea bags, which you can't see from here, but it's a little bird on this little white box just here behind my finger. So I'll usually make one of those, and they help me sleep because I don't know if I actually have insomnia or if I just believe I have insomnia, but I don't get to sleep very easily at night. I suppose the fact that I sleep at all should technically mean I don't have it, but then again, you could only survive for 11 days without any sleep at all, so I guess insomnia sufferers still get to sleep. But yeah, anyway, so I'll usually go out and make that cup of tea, and then I'll come back in and I'll put some Netflix on my computer behind me here, and then depending on what I'm watching, I'll either I'll either watch the full film, sometimes a second one after that as well, or I'll watch 2 to 3 to 4 or 5 episodes, depending on how tired or awake I'm feeling that particular night. Some nights it's 2 episodes and that's it, I'm done. It's the length of a short film, like a short movie, an hour and a half, to 5 episodes where that's 3, nearly 4 hours worth of television, which is equivalent to 2 longer films. And it's just kind of Netflix until I fall asleep. And the great thing about Netflix is, excuse me. The great thing about Netflix is that if you're watching a film, at the end of the film, it kind of shows you a little sort of ad, I guess, for another Netflix movie type thing. It's usually their originals that they'll try to give you an ad for, to try and entice you to watch their original content, which is pretty decent. I do like some of the original content that Netflix has. It's pretty good. But yeah, the movies will have that little advert and nothing else will play, and then eventually my computer screen will just put itself to sleep, or it will come up with the "Are you still watching?" thing, and after a while the computer will put itself to sleep. So I don't have to worry about waking up in the morning and finding out the computer screen's been sitting on, like what would happen with a TV, for instance. With a TV, you've got to kind of make sure you're awake at the end to turn it off, or you've got to pull yourself off the brink of sleep to pause the film and turn it off. And then you plonk yourself back down, you're wide awake again. At least that's been my experience. So yeah, it's kind of uneventful, but then that's the way it's supposed to be, I guess. It's not like I'm exactly wanting to climb Mount Everest before I go to bed. Which I should probably do real soon. But yeah, so anyway, if you like this video, guys, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys do before you guys go to bed. And if there's any particular rituals that you have to do. There are obviously some nights where I'll just play a video game or whatever, but that's what I usually do, is what I told you guys. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button wherever it is on your device, and I'll bring you some new content very soon. Make sure you've hit the little bell icon that they've got up there, or wherever it is, so that you're notified when I make a new video, so you can come and watch it. Yeah, until next time guys, keep raising hell.